welcome back to my channel. I am Oracle. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my old subscribers. If you've been with me this far, I truly appreciate your support, your love, your guidance, your help. Okay, it's been amazing. I'm going to call in already. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael, my ancestors, my spirit guides, and my guardian angels, asking for protection for myself and the collective from all hurt, evil, harm, danger, floods, fire, enemies, diseases, death, destruction, despair, and anything not of our highest good. I ask that you help me transmute it in its highest form of light and return it to sender times 10. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because I believe we are all interconnected, whether or not we practice, we're a light worker or not. So anything that you send out to someone, you're ultimately doing it to yourself. Okay, so that's why I choose to transmute it first before returning it. All right, I don't want to be casting darkness back at myself. All right, because I do feel that we are all connected at a spiritual level. All right, so what you do to others, you also do unto yourself. Okay. All right. Alrighty. All right, so I've decided to do something a little different, y'all. This is on the weekends. I'm going to be doing pick-a cards, okay? And this is because these are going to be more in depth, okay? This is going to be dealing with healing at a cellular DNA level, okay? Messages that are going to help you really do some inner work, okay? So these readings on the weekends are going to be a lot longer, so grab your tea, your coffee, your holistic herbs, whatever you like, okay? It can be beneficial to help you when you're listening or receiving these activations, okay? So if that's your thing, all right? I do have my tea here, some dandelion root, okay? Aids with digestion, okay? If you've been experiencing digestion, okay? If you've been a victim of, or if you suspect you've been a victim of someone tampering with your food, all right? Dandelion root will help, all right, regulate and heal, okay, those inflammatory issues. All right, and then with ascension symptoms, that could also be a lot of us are purging and detoxing as well, especially if you're fasting. It's going to be beneficial to this time, during this time, okay? I myself have went vegetarian, not vegan. Vegan is a little too strict for me, y'all. But vegetarian, grains, fruits, vegetables, okay? Colors of the rainbow, okay? That will be a very healing and beneficial for the body, mind, and spirit. All right. So we have 3 piles here this evening. Okay. So I'm going to, when I upload this, the picture will be up front. Okay. But the first pile is going to be a bloodstone, African bloodstone. So if you are drawn to this particular crystal, okay, this is going to be pile 1. This is an African bloodstone. Okay. For pile 2, okay, we have the Shiva Liguam. Okay, if you are, hopefully you can see that. All right, if you are drawn to this is pile 2. Okay, and if you are drawn to pile 3, this is the Sunstone. Oh, that glare, y'all! You can't really see it. It's y'all will be able to see it on the There we go. There we go. That's the Sunstone. All right. So if you are drawn to pile 3, okay, that is Sunstone. So there are 6 cards in each pile. Okay, I flipped them over from the order of which I laid them. All right. And we're going to start off on pile 1 with the African bloodstone. Now, the African bloodstone, okay, I feel like if you were attracted to this, okay, you could be an earth sign simply because this is a very huge, this is a deep green, okay? It represents the earth, all right? Also dealing with, you could be a gardener, okay? You could be deeply connected to nature spirits, to the forest, to the trees, okay? You could have a very deep and rich history within Africa and your ancestry as well, okay? I feel if you pick pile 1, you're definitely deeply rooted, okay? You have some deep ancestry within Africa, okay? Also, when I hold this stone, the African bloodstone, it's jagged, it's cut, it's kind of rough, kind of shaped like an arrowhead. And I feel like maybe you're needing direction. Okay, maybe you're kind of jagged, you're rough around the edges. Okay, and not necessarily physically, but maybe you've more like you've been through a lot in your life. Okay, this left you maybe jagged, rugged at heart. Okay, maybe you have a chip on your shoulder. Okay, maybe you carry, you know, things from your past. All right, that may burden you. Okay, or maybe you're just seeking answers. You have questions. Okay, but this is someone who I feel have may have led a very rough and hard life even as a child. Okay, but this is also someone who's very rooted, because if you look at the length of this, it's deep. Okay, so when you plant it, okay, this is someone who's deeply rooted. Okay, someone who's um, very grounded, I feel. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the first card now. This is the first one is going to come from, I am going to be reading from the books, y'all, for these, because these messages are extremely powerful. When I first started off on my journey, a lot of these cards that I am about to share with you all helped me on start my spiritual journey, my spiritual awakening. Okay, or it helped me heal certain dynamics. Okay, but I'm going to come up with the sacred geometry card. Okay, so we got, it's 6:50. We're going to go ahead and start. Okay, so the first, wow, you have awakening, the Akashic records, and the conscious evolution. Okay, all right, can you see that? All right, this is awakening. All right, I want you to look at this card. Okay, as I read it, I want you to actually gaze at it. Okay, and receive the activations from it. All right, as you listen to my voice. All right, this is actually the very first card um, in the book. Okay, the greatest teacher is my soul. I'm awakening and experience my soul communicating with me now in all that I do. You are experiencing conscious evolution. You are vibrating at higher frequencies than ever before. You are awakening and attuning to your soul's calling as you walk your path in this physical lifetime. Time seems to move faster as these resonate shift occur. Your consciousness aware of all life experience increases, and you receive new information from higher vibrational realms that require processing and assimilation. Pay strong attention to your dreams and to your waking moments as the universe is giving you messages. This may manifest as deja vu, repetitive or palindromic numbers, a feeling, a thought, a smell, or even a touch. In sacred geometry, the truncated octahedron is one of the Archimedean solids. This solid has 14 faces. 8 faces are regular hexagons and 6 are square. The hexagon relates to the heart and the square to the earth. It is a representation of the earth heart and hence our connection to the all. Everything is connected through a multitude of vibrational frequencies as proposed by string theory and the quantum entanglement phenomenon, as well as the theory of the 100th monkey effect. The practical application of this card: if the brain is the radio's receiver, then the heart is the dial tuning the radio to the frequency of your choice. Nassim Haramein. To activate our light codes within our DNA, it is important first and foremost to come from a place of love. Cultivating this is for most of us is a lifelong process along our journey. Open your heart and still your mind. Meditation, sound, integrated healing, complementary therapies, crystal herbs, healthful eating, and exercise all play a role in the inevitable vibrational shifts we are experiencing. Journal your dreams, as our subconscious mind is a treasure trove of important information. As our frequency increases, our light codes are activated. As we become more consciously aware, our gifts and ancient knowledge stir and become increasingly apparent. The awakening process, once aroused, is a lifelong journey. It is what helps guide us through this lifetime as a soul experiencing a physical reality. Awakening is a sacred card. When this card is drawn, pull another card to place onto it. Whatever the card is that you draw is what is suggested that you focus on for now. For example, if you draw the frequency card 963 Hertz with awakening, know your awakening process is being accelerated. Honor it and work with it. Don't try to control the course you are on. Work with this frequency by placing the respective tones, meditating or writing, and maybe you can search for a teacher to help you on your path. This may be on one or within a workshop. The card numerology is 4. The crystal suggestions to work with this particular activation is Laramir, the Herkimer diamond, apophyllite pyramids, or clear quartz. The animal medicine is a whale, and the essences is the whale, the starlight, owl, wolf, and snake medicine essence. Okay, so with this card, it is suggesting that I pull another one. Okay, so I am going to pull another one for pile 1. Okay. Okay. Ancestors, what card does pile 1 need in conjunction to awakening? What card does pile 1 need in conjunction with awakening? What? The hexahedron, nurture and create. Okay. So number 17. All right. I allow myself to experience and express the joy that lies within me. When this card arises, it's time to allow yourself to express the joy and pure essence of what you are here to create. It is not only the joy of creation to be, but the happiness of childhood memories and the feeling of protection and guidance that has been given and shown to us from a loving and supporting upbringing. It is also based on the relationship with ourselves and friendship from others. Nurture yourself and listen to the needs and wants your body craves to keep you feeling alive. The essence of our creativity and the ability to give birth, both physically and mentally, are imperative here. In sacred geometry, the cube or hexahedron is one of the 5 platonic solid and has 6 faces, works with the element of earth, and can be used at earth star, the base, and sacral chakras. Within creation, the cube is formed at the formation of 8 cells. The dual of the cube is the octahedron. 2 tetrahedrons can sit perfectly within a cube. 2 tetrahedrons placed together creates the Merkaba, or a 3-dimensional Star of David. The cube in actuality can contain all 4 other platonic solids. The only other shape to do this is a sphere. This is when all the vertices of each shape touch the inner wall of the cube and sphere. When working with these geometries, it is universally accepted that straight lines are masculine and curved lines are feminine. Thus the cube is male and the sphere is female. When you look at a 3-dimensional projection of the cube, you see a hexagon. The hexagon is also the shape of snowflakes and beehives. It is considered perfect packing. If you truncate the cube, you will end up with a vector equilibrium, or cubo-octahedron. This shape is fundamentally a geometry of perfect equilibrium and the primary shape behind the torus. The base chakra represents sexuality, creativity, emotions, desires, addictions, birth of idea and giving birth, issues of worth, and your body. Ambition and drive are also indicated. Control issues can arise in the center. Our intuition starts within this chakra, okay? If you are pregnant, nurture, nourish, and love yourself and the divine soul you will soon give birth to. The crystals to work with this particular solid is carnelian, tangerine quartz, Shiva Liguam, cryophrase, and cubic platonic solid, okay? So the hexahedron, okay, is calling you to work with your sacral, okay, as you go through this awakening process. So maybe you're experiencing, as you're going through this awakening process, you may need to nurture yourself, okay, better, take care of yourself better. They trying to attack my throat chakra? All right. So now we're going to come from, we're going to come from the sacred geometry activation. Now that we've done the sacred geometry healing cards, this is going to be the actual activation. Now it's funny because we also have pink and orange here. So we have delight, number 19, which breaks down into 10 to talks about completions as well, things ending, coming to full circle, okay? So with this card, okay, I'm going to hold it up after I read it. All right, and you guys, I want you to say I'm receiving the activations of this card, okay? And I just want you to stare at it and focus on it, okay? Can you see that? Hopefully it's good. Okay. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. Delight literally means from the light. Science refers to light as an electromagnetic radiation that we can measure in wavelengths. Invisible light. Yeah, I got to figure out a better way to do this. I apologize. But until I do, y'all just bear with me. All right. We can measure in wavelengths invisible light as a range of wavelengths and variations of color that we can perceive with the human eye. In the new energy, we are asked to consider the multidimensional attributes of light as fundamental to what we believe about it as well. Light has a quantum attribute and is nonlinear. It is an energy that can be created through consciousness, and consciousness can create it in return. Light influences our awareness, our perception, and therefore our reality. We associate the word delight with feelings of pleasure, joy, and happiness. Joy and bliss are considered to have some of the highest frequencies of all emotions. By feeling joyful or blissful, our frequency goes up. The higher our frequency, the more light we generate, and the more we can shine in return. The yellows, oranges, and pink in the image refer to the sun as a symbol and source of our light. The beauty of the flower stimulates our feeling of joy, and the colors are like the sun, bright, warm, stimulating, and nurturing, all at the same time. The flower blooms while receiving light, or perhaps it is shining the light that we are receiving. The flower of light visible within the images represent the grid on which our three-dimensional reality is based. Try this. Close your eyes, go inside yourself, and imagine a beautiful sunset. Let the red, orange, pink, and gold fill your heart. Now think about what brings you joy. What makes you happy? How do you express these feelings? How do you shine your light on others? How can you create more joy in your daily life? Do you sing in the car or in the shower? Try it. Okay? So we definitely have someone who's working with their root, sacral, and base chakra, because we have orange, we have the reds, okay, and we have the yellows, okay? So for many of you, spending a lot of time out in the sun is going to be very beneficial, okay? We are coming into summer, but and vitamin D is going to be extremely helpful, okay? Wearing colors of yellow, orange, and red, okay? Eating foods that are yellow, orange, and red are going to help nourish your body, okay? Your spirit as well. All right, so we have the trigonic quartz, okay? The trigonic quartz is the crystal, all right, that was recommended in this read, all right? So give me one moment. Thankfully, I don't have to turn a page on this one, all right? Can you see that? All right. This is the soul's code. Trigonics hold the secrets of the universe and rapidly expand your awareness of multi-dimensions. Trigonics are cosmic coding for the soul. The self-understanding of this crystal is you are an internal spirit on a human journey. As a result, you may feel that Earth is not your true home, but remember that you are here for a purpose. Expand your awareness, reconstructing your physical and subtle bodies, beliefs, and realities. Birth your soul fully on Earth if you feel alienated. Meditation triggers your soul's full potential and purpose. In reintegrating fragments of your soul, you bring about wholeness. The divination of this crystal is recognize the multidimensional breadth of your own soul. Remain honest to achieve success. Reach beyond apparent reality and karma. Let go of conflicts. Renegotiate soul contracts. Heal soul traumas and etheric blueprints. Expel toxins from the physical and subtle bodies to download higher frequency spiritual energies and integrate the light body. The healing inside of this crystal is your soul provides everything you need for well-being. The frequency of this crystal is extremely high, and the chakras that it governs is the soma, the mid-hairline, the alta major, the soul star, and the stellar gateway. The timing is during Aquarius and Pisces season, and the soul path of this crystal is the evolution to the highest dimensions. Okay? All right. Now, the next one that we have is the Heart Path Oracle cards, okay? And this one is Communion, Protective Frequency. So I really appreciate this card coming out, okay? Because protective frequencies, whenever you start, this is the awakening. So this is, I feel like, this palace for someone who's getting ready to start on their spiritual journey, okay? Or just stepping into their spiritual journey, okay? Whenever you get ready to go through your spiritual journey, you need to learn how to protect yourself. Now, there is a book called Psychic Protection by Bill Duvendak. I would recommend that you get it, okay, because it will help you to understand more about spiritual attacks that you may encounter while on this particular journey and how to protect yourself better. The simplest thing that you can do is you can call on, if you believe in the angels, you can call on Archangel Michael, asking him to surround you with a golden circle of light, okay? It goes deeper into that, but that's just a recommendation. Or you can get some black tourmaline, okay? Set your intentions, okay? How you want it to protect your energy field. Also, cleansing and purifying your energy field daily is going to help keep it clear from outside influences and attacks. All right, but this is Communion, okay? We're gonna find this one. This one is a bit different because it doesn't have numbers, so you just have to kind of flip, okay? Now this is going to be a bit extensive, okay, but you can see this. All right. The card you have selected shows 5 hybrid human swans. Their wings are open wide as they are being pulled toward the portal in the sky. Through the opening, one can see a smaller circle and what looks like a horizon separating water from the sky. Soft blue and green rings of energy radiate out from the center. Exploding from the opening is a beam of light made up of warm yellow, orange, and red frequencies. Soft cloud-like globals randomly float in the background. The birds are encircled by a transparent force field that transforms the colored background into black and white. One of the most important lessons that the swan can teach you is that things are not always as they appear to be. And you know this because you are a natural and caring empath. You may be one of the most sensitive people in this dimension. You don't have to work hard to sense what others are truly feeling. This gift can be overwhelming at times, but you can manage it just by visualizing a protective, energetic force field surrounding you. Feel its energy and know that it is shielding you from anything negative, and make sure you can always clean your aura. Wow, I just said all of this. You can do this by visualizing that you have a grounding cord coming from your body that is secure to the earth's center. Next, see anything that does not belong on your aura, that is not for your highest and best good, sliding down that cord and being cauterized by the planet's heat. You are a part of a special group helping each other navigate through uncertain times. You desperately want to change and improve yourself, and you feel that you need to help others as well. It is important that you know that everyone has his or her own personal mission. The most loving thing you can do is allow them to find their own way. The 5 swans suggest that you entered this plane with a highly progressive mindset, with the desire and skills to make the world a better place. The energy from the number 5 makes you resourceful, adventurous, and advanced in your thinking. You are always striving to find answers and solutions to the many questions that life poses. See yourself and the planet transforming into something very beautiful. Follow your intuition and let it guide you to the colorful home you once knew. The affirmation of this card is, I am a part of a beautiful group of souls that have come here to shift the planet for the highest and best good. Okay? Aww. That's beautiful, y'all. Okay? And then we have, of course, the Earth Warriors Oracle, okay? Because, hello, if you're on this journey, okay? You're part of the many, okay? Now, this is one of the more extensive ones. So if you've stayed with me thus far and you've listened to me read these, I hope you're paying attention. I hope you're getting something from these, okay? Because these are extremely powerful, okay, cards. All right. So this is Padme Sundari. Out of the darkness, light is born, okay? The light is powerful enough to survive exposure to the darker side of humanity and remain pure, empowered, and effective. Trust in your spiritual purpose as a light in this world. Trust particularly in your ability to bring purity, order, grace, and light to disorder, chaos, and destruction. The divine is ever by your side and ever within your heart, assisting you with this higher purpose in all ways. All issues can be healed through the unlimited recourse and creative resourcefulness of the divine. You are destined to be part of a creative solution for any issue that you have in your life or that exists in the world and touches your heart. The issue only exists so the divine genius can solve it. Struggles are sometimes the best way for us to learn and something we need to understand our life journey. Trust that when you ask for help, even apparently impossible situations can be turned around. With willing human engagement and divine grace, there is more than enough light, healing, creative innovation, and wisdom and energy available to keep Mother Earth and all her creatures, including humanity, thriving. Never give up your hope and trust in what is possible, nor your willingness to act upon that hope and trust. The spiritual guidance of Padme Sundari is the Divine Mother, and the form of Padme Sundari is Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, beauty, love, and spiritual enlightenment, representing a shining lotus. An ancient symbol for spiritual enlightenment, the lotus rests pure upon the muddy waters from which it has grown. Lakshmi's divine lotus flowers remind us that the spiritual light needs material form through which it can manifest itself in the world, as if it were divine electricity needing the lamp of the soul, through which to give the gift of illumination. Without the lamp, the electricity cannot manifest its power, and without electricity, the lamp cannot fulfill its true purpose. When the oracle of Padme Sundari appears, her message is that you are able to do a lot of good in this world. The Divine Mother will assist you with your purpose so that you can succeed, but you must take action. Allow the light of the Spirit into your soul that you can never again feel that you are doing anything on your own. Remind yourself regularly that you have a divine sponsor, guide, coach, partner, and friend with you always. That friend has unlimited resources and the most powerful will of all. Notice how your confidence to take action increases when you build that belief system within you. How much more secure, courageous, and willing you become. Part of your spiritual path requires that you walk your talk and live in a way that shows optimism and practicality. When something's not working, we don't need to hide from it in shame. We face it because we have spiritual self-esteem and self-confidence. When we choose courage, we can confront what isn't working and are able to search for answers. Rather than becoming overwhelmed or afraid of any darkness, the Holy Mother is with you and within you. With your active participation, she will bring you everything that you need to confront and tackle any issue, no matter how intimidating it may seem, one step at a time. Along with the power of your divine connection, you have the intelligence and ability to find information, to educate yourself, to try out new behaviors so as to become an active part of the solution for any matter that moves you deeply. Taking these steps will boost your self-esteem and your energy levels, helping you to feel good about yourself and your presence in the world. It's not about being perfect, it's just about taking that next step for you. Trust in divine timing, realizing that there is far-reaching good that can happen through you as you continue to be actively engaged with life in your inner divine relationship. Believe in what we can and will accomplish together through our passionate love affair with Great Spirit and our adoring devotion to the Earth Mother and her children. The healing process, if possible and practical, this exercise can be done barefoot. If you cannot physically move through the process, then visualize or imagine it instead. Stand comfortably with knees slightly bent and feet about hip width apart. Allow your posture to be straight but relaxed. Direct your awareness into your feet. You can help this process along by wiggling your toes a little, shifting your body weight slightly from heels to toes and side to side, and rising up onto your toes and back onto your heels if your balance is good today. Imagine that you can feel your feet from the inside. Imagine, feel, or intend that your feet can sense the energy of the earth, rich, nourishing, and vitalizing, and the ground beneath you. Imagine and intend that the magnetic pulling power of your feet is strong enough to create a palpable connection, a gentle suctioning motion between your feet and the energy of the earth. Allow the earth energy to build up beneath your feet, then flow up through your being, softly, out through the top of your head, gently cascading down on either side of you, soaking back into the ground. Say aloud, I call upon divine grace and unconditional love to show me truth and creative solutions, empowering by divine wisdom for all matters in my life, including mention anything particular or specific here that you would like help to resolve or heal. May all beings know and be blessed, assisted and empowered by the Divine Mother to fulfill their purpose and potential. So be it. Place your hands in prayer. You have finished your healing process. Okay. And finally, all right, dream and journey. Okay, this is a message from your ancestors and angels. Okay, so for many of you, you're going to be receiving downloads and messages, okay, through your dreams. And so for many of you, maybe you are traveling in the astral while you're sleeping and you're being shown messages. Okay, keep a dream journal. Write down as much as you can remember as soon as you awake. Okay, and then look up these details, look up the meanings, the colors, smells, sights, sounds, anything that really stood out to you. Write it down and look it up, okay? And ask to be shown with clarity what those messages might have meant, okay? So I know that was a mouthful, y'all. That was a lot of reading, okay? So I hope it has been very helpful and beneficial, okay? That is it for pile 1, okay? We are going to get into pile 2, okay? This starting at 3106. Woo! All right, y'all. I should have got me some more water or tea. All right. So for pile 2, you got the Merkaba healing, okay? Healing all levels of being. All right. Now y'all can watch all 3 if y'all want to. It's probably gonna be like a 2-hour video or an hour and a half, but it's a lot of listening, okay? So if you got time, please listen, okay? Because there's a lot of healing information and insight in these cards, okay? That's going to help you on your spiritual journey, okay? So be obedient and listen, all right? So you have, all right, healing all levels of being. As I open my heart to unconditional love and allow my, I'm sorry, y'all. This is the Shiva Liguam, okay? So if you're not familiar, you can look that up. This is Shiva Liguam, all right? For my pal, too, who selected it. I just got the reading. All right. As I open my heart, can y'all see that? Okay. As I open my heart to unconditional love and allow myself to reawaken to the ancient knowledge that lies deep within my cellular memory, I allow the Merkaba to reactivate and promote healing on all levels of my being. It's either Merkaba or Merkaba, okay? Depending on how you say it. The Merkaba has shown up today to inform you that it is time to fully open your heart and awaken your mind to allow the Merkaba access to your mind, body, and soul and take you on a grand journey of promoting healing on all levels of your physical and spiritual being. When the Merkaba is fully activated, you begin your ascension process, lifting your vibration, expanding your electromagnetic field to allow healing on all levels and to help you on your journey of self-healing and self-discovery. Your soul journey will be accelerated. The Merkaba comprises 2 tetrahedrons that make up a 3-dimensional shape of the Star of David. When first discovered, it was said that the rotating light spun at the speed of light. However, these days, the Merkaba is not switched on as it used to be. After the fall of Atlantis, the Merkaba stopped spinning. We are here now to reactivate our own Merkaba through awakening our conscious. When we allow ourselves to switch the Merkaba back on, it will start counter-rotating once again and help on all levels of healing and ascension. To reactivate and reignite the Merkaba, 2 main things need to occur. The first is to experience unconditional love and know divine love of itself. Without divine love, the Merkaba will only act as a machine and thus have limitations. To be able to move beyond our limitations, we need to learn to express love of self and universal love. The second is to connect to our higher self, which can be achieved through awareness of the soul's journey. Knowing who you are and where you have come from. Access can be gained through stillness and meditation, reading, holistic healing, and teachers who cross our path, to name a few. The practical application is when we perfect the use of the Merkaba, it will allow us to shift through dimensions and access information from our ancestors and prior civilizations and connect with higher realms. We will experience expanded awareness and elevated consciousness as we shift our vibration. By pulling this card, you allow this divine template to assist in healing on all levels. Reactivate the Merkaba consciously by envisaging its shape and seeing the two triangles or tetrahedrons starting to counter-rotate. As it spins, see it going faster and faster. Now place your whole self within the center of the Merkaba, absorbing all its energetics. Ask for any healing that needs to be done at this time and for as long as the issue persists. Remember, we are not restricted to time and space. Hence, we can create this geometrical grid around our house, room, or bed and absorb the frequencies while we sleep. The card numerology is the Merkaba Healing 7 and the Merkaba Healing 8. The crystals that you can use with this is the Crystal Platonic Solid Set, the Crystal Merkaba Set, the Clear Quartz Points, or the Herkimer Diamond. The animal medicine is the owl, wolf, or snake, and the essences that you can use is the owl, wolf, snake medicine, and the Monet Key Medicine Essence. Okay, that may or may not resonate with you. Okay, the last one, the owl essences, the medicine. But if it does, it does. Okay, so we're going to move on. All right, so root chakra. So immediately when I see this, okay, so someone here, the frequency of this is the root chakra, okay? So we have someone here dealing with healing root chakra issues, okay? The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well in the physical world. All right, so you're going to activate your root chakra and heal it. All right. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as human and as spiritual beings to the whole. The color red is associated with the root or base chakra. It is linked to our survival instincts and to our ability to ground and identify ourselves in the physical world. It is connected to our sense of prosperity and security and to our physical health. The location of the root chakra at the base of the spine is also the seat of the Kundalini, instinctive primal energy force, and the first chakra is believed to be the generator of life. Red stimulates love and passion, excitement, courage, strength, power, and persistence. Its sense is smell. Take a moment to mentally scan your body. How does it feel? Is there anything it wants to tell you? How grounded do you feel? How deep do your roots grow? Do you feel connected to Mother Earth? How about the cosmos? Contemplate your connection to the physical plane. When is the last time you walked barefooted outside? Okay? So this is definitely saying somebody here I feel like is not feeling rooted, not feeling grounded, okay? So getting outside, spending more time out in nature, especially walking barefooted, okay? If you grew up where your mom or your parents or whoever raised you said, put your shoes on, you can't walk around barefooted, okay? You need to be able to play outdoors, okay? You need to be able to, your feet, our bodies resonate at the same frequency as Earth, okay? The Schumann's human resonant frequency, okay? And so when you walk outside barefooted, okay, you actually, how can I say it? You get your body back right. I'm just going to put it like that, okay? You get your body back right because then you are actually matching your frequency with that of Earth, okay? And there's a lot of healing that can be done out in nature, okay? That's why it's important to be out in the sun, play outdoors, get outdoors, okay? Spend time barefooted outdoors. Even if you just sit in one spot and put your feet on the ground, okay? So, all right, the next card we have is Hellite, number 41, okay? Let's see. Oh, I don't think I've seen Hellite come out before. This one is a new one. Oh, this is the Master Cleanser, okay? So, Hellite is the Master Cleanser. You can look at this card and say, I received the activations and healing of this crystal. Halite draws out impurities from your physical, energetic, and soul bodies. It dissolves old patterns, negative thoughts, and toxic emotions, promoting emotional well-being. Halite stimulates the meridians and grounds the healing properties of other crystals. The self-understanding of this crystal is subtle ties and influences may be affecting you more than you recognize. Unacknowledged feelings of abandonment or rejection or emotional neediness may underlie disease. Detrimental energies picked up under the influence of drink or drugs could be affecting you, as could someone else's lustful or jealous feelings. But being spaced out and ungrounded also leaves you open to invasion by external forces. It's time for a thorough clear out in your life. Declutter your space, including your car, detox your mind and body, and try a juice fast for vitality. The healing inside is regular detoxing and purification on all levels ensures well-being as done being anchored on earth. The frequency of this crystal is earthy, and it governs the base, sacral, earth star, and solar plexus. The timing of this crystal is great for spring. The soul path is purification and spiritual discernment. Wow, y'all. So this is really going hand in hand, okay? Talking about cleansing, healing, eating healthy, okay? Removing impurities and toxins from the body, okay? Remember I talked about eating healthier, having a healthier diet, okay? Getting away from certain things that may be keeping your vibration or your frequencies very low, okay? As you go on this spiritual journey, things will fall away in time. So don't worry or stress out, okay? About, oh, well, I got to give up all of it. Things will fall away. As you continue on this journey, the things that no longer serve you will fall away, okay? It will become easier, okay, to let go of certain things, okay, that maybe you enjoyed once. All right, so we're going to get to, oh, this is adorable. Okay, journey to the miraculous. New opportunities await you, okay? Look at that. Look at those cute little kitties. I don't know what this is. Is this a sugar baby? Oh, it's adorable though. Don't judge me, y'all. Alright. So this is the Heart Path Oracle card, okay? So let's get into see what the Heart Path Oracle has to say. Okay. The card you have selected is set in an airport lobby. In the background are revolving doors that lead us in and out of the picture. On the left is an Australian possum holding a mirror, and on the right a badger's head serves as a platform for an inquisitive kitten. The mirror reflects a blue rose in a cloud-filled sky. Walking around the rim of the mirror are 12 ladybugs, and on its handle are 3 ants. Outside in the starry nighttime sky is the planet Saturn and its largest moon Titan. An airplane is heading in the direction of the planet. The sensitive possum is looking right at you, vying for your attention. It wants you to notice that regardless of what has happened in the past, things may actually be better than they seem. Your talents will be noticed by others, some in positions of authority. The blue rose in the possum's mirror lets you know that miracles are happening, but miracles are not an event. They are a state of mind. Badger symbolism is about following your dreams and never giving up. Although it is important to be open to what others say, it is more important to listen to your own intuition and do it your way. The cat recommends staying grounded and being in the present moment. Don't let your mind wander to the past or future. It is in the here and now that you can make things happen. Cat also advises you to get plenty of rest. Lack of sleep disempowers you. When you are sleep deprived, your healing abilities, alertness, and cognitive performance decrease. You shift into other brain waves that are fine to be in when you want to slow down and relax, but not when you want to get things done. And you have a lot to get done. Ladybugs and ants deliver faith, good luck, and the discipline you need to succeed. You are here on earth at this moment to help bring loving change. Step into the revolving doors and exit into a world of new possibilities, love, and feeling a part of something wonderful. Your dreams are awaiting you. Discipline and patience will help you stick to your flight plan and arrive at your destination, the stars. Your affirmation is, I am always in the right place at the right time. Okay? That's very beautiful. Simple, to the point, straightforward. All right, so the next message will be coming from the Earth Warriors Oracle, Shikana, number 19. It is time to cross the thresholds, okay? I know this is a lot to listen to, but this is a time to really like turn on your listening skills and take notes, okay, on the things that really resonate within you, okay? For many of you, excuse me, this is going to be confirmation, and for many of you, this is all right. This is new information, okay? All right, let's see. Hopefully, y'all can hear this. See this. A threshold appears, bringing an ending so complete that it is no longer possible to return to what has been. The light of the stars is your faithful guide into this new world. As you trust in your divine connection, deconstructed forms shall reshape themselves into relevant, helpful, and beautiful new ways of living, thriving, and expressing your true self. Trust in your strangest ideas and that which is different, inspired, or unconventional. This crossing is healing and furthers the activation of your divine potential. Change is afoot. You won't feel in control of the process. Trust in what is new, different, or exciting to you. Don't assume that unless all things happen easily, then you must be on the wrong path. You are on the correct path, even if the birthing pains to fulfill it are challenging. You're guided to reject societal norms about how you're supposed to live or what sort of things you're supposed to value. Instead, trust your own values and beliefs in the truths that you feel within your own heart. In time, the world will be ready to recognize and benefit from your spiritual growth. The universe is helping you in all ways, including through correct timing. At the right moment, you will leave the past behind and you will enter into the fullness of the present moment, opening up in the brightest of your future. The spiritual guidance of this card is the Oracle of Shekinah comes as a portent of crossing, a spiritual bridge between one world and another. The purpose of this is to increase spiritual light within you, promoting evolutionary revolution, a kind of healing alchemy which cannot be undone. Shekinah is an oracle of destiny, of events unfolding according to the greater movements of the heavens. This is a sign of a blessing, but it also requires conscious human participation so that the loving will of the heavens can manifest fully in the world for the benefit of all. Through how you choose to live, think, and act, this sacred shift can benefit many lives, including your own. This oracle is a sign that destiny will meet you with your personal efforts, and the result of this sacred convergence shall be the fulfillment of an inner potential brought to life in the world. System and belief structures based on disempowerment and inequality will ultimately fail, perhaps not by one grand strike of love's army, but rather through the continual expression of new ideas that challenge the status quo, call attention to truth, and invite an inspired vision of a new way that honors all from a place of spiritual equality. This is love in action, chipping away at which would otherwise enslave the human soul in fear. It starts within us. It is the movement of consciousness destabilizing the old ways of domination and darkness, paving the way for the emergence of a new consciousness of wisdom, discernment, and love. When your journey requires that you stand apart from the crowd, don't be afraid to embrace your outsider status and the freedom it bestows upon you, to think differently and objectively analyze what isn't working with the clarity that comes with a more remote point of observation. Your unconventional views may cause discomfort to some at first, but it is for the good sort. This sort of discomfort can stimulate a healing crisis, a divine disruption that cracks faulty belief systems, making way for inspired innovation and radical improvement. It is through the failure of that which cannot take us from where we need to go that the new ideas which can are able to come to the fore. Things not working out as we had anticipated is nothing to fear. It is often mistaken as a no from the universe, but it is really just saying there's a better way. There will be those that lead humanity into the new world and those that try to hold on to the old ways. You are a part of the spiritual spearhead piercing through established and unhealthy paradigms. Do not be disheartened by absence of support at first, nor by risk, or the possibility that the birthing of your idea into the world may take a longer time than you wish. Do not be concerned if most do not yet understand where you are coming from, or if resources are scarce at this time, as other more recognized or conventional points of view are granted more support in the world. Have faith, because once the time has come for the alternative view to take root and grow, the success shall be swift and far-reaching. Persevere and keep your faith in the right outer works of all matters according to a higher plan. Time is working in your favor, so don't resist it. This oracle comes with a divine promise. Your time shall come. The healing process of this card is stand comfortably with your arms above your head, reaching for the heavens. Gently guide your arms down until your hands rest slightly on your heart. Then continue to lower your arms, outstretching them again as they reach towards the earth. Say aloud, may the unconditional love of Hanapacha, of the celestial grace of the divine, bless the highest expression of pure love on this planet through all system, all beings, all creations. May my destiny and the loving destiny of all earth warriors manifest through unconditional love and divine grace for the greatest good. May Kapacha, the lives of all in the here and now, know the grace of divine love made manifest. May Yukapacha, the deeper realms of existence, provide energy filtered through the purifying veil of unconditional love so as to serve the greatest good of all. So be it. Repeat the 3 steps with your arms again, finishing in the prayer position at your heart. You have completed your healing process. And the final card from your angels and ancestors is to take note of any intuitive messages, okay? So if you've been receiving, especially during the moon cycles, okay, I could be talking to this could be a water sign. You could be a water sign, okay? Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or this is just talking about, okay, take whatever you're sensing, feeling, or hearing intuitively, okay, take heed of it, okay? Listen to your intuition. It is guiding you, okay? And that is it for pile 2. I know it was a mouthful, but I hope you all received the healing insights of these cards. I do like to come directly from the book, okay, because there's information in these cards that, that is just invaluable, okay, that I can't, okay, me trying to regurgitate it to you, it's just best to read it from the book, y'all, okay? So we're going to get into pile 3 next, okay? The Sunstone, okay? If you pick, this is the Sunstone, okay? It was, all right. Now, pile 3, okay? Pile 3 is going to be my longest pile because at least 3 different decks, y'all got 2 cards. So I was like, pile 3, I feel like is my most advanced pile, okay? You're farther along on your journey, okay, than pile 1 and pile 2, okay? Because y'all, it's way more than 6 cards in here, okay? So it's going to require me to do a lot more reading, all right? So pile 3, just wait for it, okay? It's going to be a long reading, okay? But for whatever reason, y'all, Spirit has a lot to say to pile 3, okay? So we're going to start off with number 22. Could be significant life path 4. This is a platonic solid, the dodecahedron, all seeing and all knowing, okay? And that's why I feel like for many of you here, you've been on this path for a while. You've been on this journey for a while, okay? And you have already activated some of your spiritual or psychic gifts, okay? And the fact that the Sun card was the bottom card, that's why I picked the Sunstone. I was like, okay, this is for my group who's been on this for a while, okay? All right, so for the sacred geometry, we're going to come from the sacred geometry, okay? Number 22. 22. I don't know, y'all. I need some more water. I need some more tea, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me pour some more hot water over this. I'm gonna need some more tea. All right. We ready, y'all? We ready to get into this pile 3? Because y'all got some, what y'all got going on? All right, but this one here is, I am open to receiving divine wisdom. This card has appeared today because you are feeling spiritually stuck. You feel as though your connection to spirit is lost and you aren't receiving messages in any avenue of clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, or claircognizance. It is time to rebalance and recalibrate and find the reason why you're experiencing a block in this area. There may be a number of reasons, whether it be physical, mental, or emotional. Whatever the reason, do not fear receiving the divine wisdom that can be accessed if you are open to experiencing heavenly connections. The dodecahedron has 12 faces and works with the element of ether or spirit. Its dual is the icosahedron. It responds to the third eye and crown chakras. The dodecahedron is considered the most sacred of the Platonic solids. Plato saw this shape as that which was used by God for arranging the constellations. It was highly revered, and of all the Platonics, it was the one shape that couldn't be spoken of. The dodecahedron, or the icosahedron dual, is quite special. Both geometries has pi ratios, that is, the golden mean or the golden ratio or the golden proportions is seen. As an example, in the human body, the ultimate expression of the pi codes is depicted in the Leonardo da Vinci painting in the Vitruvian Man. The molecular structure of DNA has a pent, hex, or pentagram, hexagram structure if you look under a microscope. What is divine is that the dodecahedron and the icosahedron are duals. When they rotate up a DNA strand, there is a specific pattern occurring. It is truly a marriage made in heaven. Given the pent or the hexagon relationship working together to create our DNA, our blueprint, we can say that we are working with the male, female, heaven and earth, or spiritual and physical. In 2 dimensions, the dodecahedron represents the pentagram. The pentagram is highly revered in the occult world and is used in magic. It is also known as an ultimate symbol of pi ratio because where the 2 lines intersect, you get the Fibonacci numbers. The penta is fractal. That is infinite, large, and infinitely small. All proteins are said to be pent in nature. By using and connecting to the dodecahedron through meditation and in healing work, you can increase your spiritual and physical awareness and access your higher conscious and vibration. This will lead the way to spiritual ascension and awaken dormant DNA. It activates the pineal gland, which assists with quantum shift and accessing and working within other dimensions. The pineal gland also stimulates the release of melatonin, which is stimulated by darkness. By working with this gland and increasing the levels of this hormone, it will help regulate awake sleep cycles. The card numerology is 6. The crystals to use with this particular dodecahedron is the dodecahedron platonic solid, the Herkimer diamond, the socialite, or any of the 12 synergy stones, phenacite, moldavite, brookite, Tibetan tektite, solicite, natural light, herodorite, sadialoka quartz, danbarite, azitulite, tanzanite, and petalite. Okay, so any of the ites. Okay, some of those crystals I haven't even heard of myself. Okay, they're new to me. Okay, so this is definitely someone who's been on this spiritual journey for a while, and maybe you're feeling stuck, maybe you're not receiving activations or maybe messages from spirit. Okay, so the dodecahedron is going to, in deep meditation, is going to help you block or help you recognize what is keeping you blocked, okay, from the divine connection. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I feel like my throat chakras. All right. So the next card, communication. All right. So for communication, the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balance exchange. So this is a sacred geometry activation, okay? So you can stare into this particular, as I read it, this particular activation. What is that, number 14? I'm gonna find somebody to help me with this YouTube thing. Somebody know how to get this. All right, so communication is a process of sharing information between a sender and a recipient. For humans, this usually takes place through spoken and written words, gestures, behaviors, or touch, but it also can happen through more subtle language like chemistry and energetics. Communication is at the core of all relations, whether interpersonal, between people, or the way in which our inner world and body talks to us. While words have predominantly been the way humankind has communicated for most of its modern history, the new energy invites us, even requires us to develop our abilities to receive, translate, and share the messages that arise from the death of us. Most of these messages will emerge as feeling and intuitive thought, and we might find that the words we have been using for so long hold far more complex and subtle energies than we ever imagined, and that leads to realizing more expanded and subtle meaning as well. The dolphins that swirl inside the four circles of this activation are representative of the mastery of relations. They support the awakening and develop of subtle communications while reminding us to keep a playful attitude as we learn these new skills. Meanwhile, the number 4 represents the form-based world in which we live. It is a reminder of the importance of applying all that we learn to the reality we collectively choose to create on this plane. The triangles in the middle represent the inner union and the balance between the feminine and the masculine. The upward large triangle symbolizes connection to source, and the abundant blues indicate an open throat chakra. So clear and unrestricted that communication flows effortlessly. Green represents the presence of an open heart, allowing love and compassion to pour into the external without restrictions and boundaries. The turquoise represents the high heart, the place where the energies from the heart and those from the throat merge into the loving expression of truth. And the surrounding deep purple space represents the origins of clear, insightful perception through an open third eye. Take a moment to go inside and feel what your body is communicating to you. Is it happy? Is it sad? Is there any pain? There is a great messaging in pain. Are you listening to that communication? How do you communicate with the outer world? Are you kind and wise with your words when you speak with others? Are you sending positive messages to yourself? Okay, so this card is definitely about communication. All right, working with your throat chakra and how you speak, how you communicate with yourself and the world. Okay, now here is the 2 cards that came out is Selenite and Blue Lace Agate. And y'all can make this up. Blue Lace Agate deals with communication. Okay, Blue Lace Agate is for the throat chakra. So I definitely feel like this is, I was like, man, can't tell me Spirit didn't come through. Okay, so I'm going to get you, when these came out after communication, I knew, I was like, dang, yeah. Spirit showed up and showed out. Okay. All right, we're going to get number 10, okay? I told y'all it's a lot because the 2 cards, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So I also feel like 2, 2, 2 could be significant because 2 crystal healing cards came out, 2 healing heart path oracle cards came out, and 2 earth warrior cards came out. Okay, so that's 2, 2, 2. All right, so that's going to be, if you've been seeing that, pile 3, it's for you. Okay. All right, Blue Lace Agate. All right, self-expression. Blue Lace Agate connects spirit with intellect, highlighting integrity. It enhances the ability to communicate effectively what is in your mind and heart. Hi, baby. Attune to your inner being to express the fullness of who you are. Be confident. Excuse you. All right. Be confident when speaking in public as you have much to share. You may have been silenced in the past. Repressing thoughts and feelings causes throat problems. So speak your mind gently, honestly, and clearly. You have the gift of serenity. Use it wisely. Speak your heartfelt truth with integrity and confidence. Do not fear being judged. Expect news shortly and keep lines of communication open. Events unfold slowly. Return to basics and start again if necessary. Focus your mind and open your intuition. Your life will be long and happy. Accept your sensitive side. The healing inside of Blue Lace Agate is expressing yourself fully. Releases neck and shoulder tension, thyroid deficiencies, and throat or lymphatic infections. The frequency of this stone is medium to high, and it governs the throat, the third eye, the heart, and the crown chakra. The timing is during Gemini and Pisces season, and the soul path is to expressing yourself fully. Okay? Hi, handsome. Hi. All right, so we also have number 21. All right, which is selenite. sir? Okay. There we go. All right, selenite. The divine light. In the ancient world, selenite protected against wandering of the mind. It evokes mental clarity and divine inspiration. Spirituality is vital for you. You are a translucent soul who moves fluidly through time. Use insights wisely. Avoid confusing past with present. You see into people's hearts to what motivates them. Do not be manipulated or too eager to please. Stand by what you know. You have the gift of clarity and mental flexibility with the power to make excellent decisions. A situation is unpredictable no matter how solid it appears. Be prepared for challenges and changes. Banish confusion. Clarity is needed. Allow divine light to inspire the future. Let go of something dear to you. Parting does not mean loss of love. Reconciliation is possible. Make the first move. Overheard conversations enlighten you. The healing inside as being in the flow strengthens your well-being. The frequency of this crystal is exceptionally high, and it governs the highest crown, the soul star, and the stellar gateway. The timing is during Taurus and Cancer season. All right, and the soul path is shining divine light onto the earth. Okay, so get you some selenite, y'all. All right. Now we're going to get into these heart paths. The power of self, the change of consciousness. Okay. Give me one moment. I should have probably bookmarked these, y'all. But y'all bear with me. The power. Okay, the power of self, page 76. That could be significant for someone. The card you have selected shows two symmetrical window panes separating different dimensions. Beyond the window panes is Mount Shasta, just as the sun is rising. The panes each form the number 8 and together create the number 88. A light purple daisy with the yellow center separates the croton plant into two halves. A cloaked figure rises out of a croton plant that is floating in a beautiful cyan blue lake. The cloak slowly splits down the center, uncovering two women. One is looking directly at us, the other, her twin, is still asleep. A crow is centered across the upper torso of the women. Two swans balance each other in reverse, forming a heart-like shape. You are a beautiful, sensitive soul who is in the process of waking up and transitioning from one stage in your life to another. You're being helped and nourished by the daisy love and the croton plant strength. The swan connects you with the angelic realm and intensifies your intuitive abilities. To keep you grounded, Swan wants you to stay in touch with the earth. Do anything that brings you closer to its energy. Go barefoot while gardening, for instance. Take walks in nature or sit outside in the early morning hours. The crow guides you with love to sacred places such as Mount Shasta, helping you to find balance, wisdom, and a change of consciousness. Mount Shasta is considered to be a gateway or portal to other realms, both spiritual and dimensional. You might want to travel there someday to rejuvenate. Lucky for you, the number 8 appears twice on this card. 8 in general symbolizes good fortune, personal authority, and power. When you double it to 88, the frequencies magnify and you will triumph against all odds. Your affirmation is, I am timeless, ageless, and beautiful. All right. And like I said, you all had 2 cards come out. So elevation is the next one. Elevation, gaining the advantage. The card you have selected shows a very agile snow leopard slowly descending a mountain of popcorn. He is tracking a very inquisitive marmot who looks out at the viewer. The huge orange sun radiates its energy outward, and a bright full moon hovers to its left. The starry night sky forms a room around a dimensional doorway. The doorway is lined with twinkling stars. Through the doorway, one can see a popcorn tree growing in the middle of a baseball field. Its branches sprout new kernels and fully formed popcorn. A couple of kernels fall to the ground just below the tree. One large kernel lies on the threshold between two dimensions. More kernels are intersped in the popcorn mountain. This card is all about achieving your goals and learning what you need to do to gain the advantage. It may be a rocky slope that you are traversing right now, but you will learn to keep your balance. Do not pay too much attention to negative self-talk. It is not your higher self, but outside forces that will love to keep you from doing what you came here to do. Your life is teeming with many genius ideas and creativity that others will find fascinating. Which ones are you going to focus on? What do you want to manifest? When you acknowledge that you are here to help others on their path, opportunities will present themselves and doors will open. It will take some effort to accomplish your goals, but you have the strength and patience to do that. The huge sun says that old habits need to be released. Now is the time to adopt a new attitude and a new paradigm. Marmot says to keep clear boundaries at all times, allowing nothing to come in that is not for your highest and best good. Your determined snow leopard says to move gently and mindfully down your path. Snow leopard people like yourself are very intuitive, even psychic. You know there is a loving universal intelligence that can be tapped into at any time. When you take breath and quiet yourself, you automatically connect with this energy. Remember that you are not alone and that you have many things about which to be happy. Stay connected to your heart and mind at all times, and you will persevere no matter what presents itself. Your affirmation is, I keep my eye on the ball and let nothing distract me from hitting it. All right. Oh, excuse me, y'all. My nose got itching. Ooh. All right. We got 3 more to go, y'all. 3 more, pile 3. Hang in there. Hang in there, y'all. All right. Earth Warrior Oracle. So we have number 18, which is a 9. Kuntar Yakshak. Blessings from the son of Hana Pacha. So we have 3 cards here of sun. Well, we're getting to the second one, okay? We have the sun here. We have the sun here. Blessings from the son of Hana Pacha. So I feel like the sun is going to be very significant for someone. Maybe you're spending a lot more time. Maybe you're sun gazing, okay? I did do a Lumerian light code activation that was called sun watching, okay? So if you are experiencing 211 on the clock, 212, okay? So if you are sun gazing, okay, pile 3, okay, if you have not watched that video, go check out the Lumerian DNA activation where it talks about sun watching, okay? But if you have seen that particular video, pile 3, then this is definitely your reading, okay? But that was a DNA activation, okay? Condor swiftly brings the will of Great Spirit to earth through the gift of powerful medicine. Despite great odds, even in the face of what may appear to be inevitable defeat, extraordinary triumph is at hand. This is the prophecy of resurrection, of the rising up of what was thought to be lost. It shall happen with unexpected and surprising swiftness. Your divine destiny is now held in the guiding hand of a great spiritual master. Condors are born with their eyes open, but do not have vocal cords to speak. You have always seen clearly. Trust in this, even if you struggle to find the words to express all that you see. Condors reveal emotions through changes in their skin color. This is a reminder to trust what your body is telling you. Your bodily intuition is a form of wisdom. You have a spiritual connection to the cosmic Christ consciousness, the universal sacred heart seeking to awaken itself in humanity. Your divine life purpose involves assuming the role of a leader, a guide, healer, and an earth warrior for love on this planet in your own unique way. An inviolable spiritual protection surrounds you. Kuntor, or Condor, is the ancient bird of the Andes. Once flying alongside saber-toothed tigers, this, the largest flying bird in the world, is also one of the oldest species on Earth. Soaring to great heights and for hours at a time with little or no movement of its wings, Condor holds the medicine of strength, spiritual connection, and grace. With a lifespan similar to that of a human being and the ability to soar at exceptional speed, it also carries a gift of longevity and swiftness. Condor have been on the brink of extinction many times, yet it still survives, even in the wild. At the top of the food chain, the condor is rarely a hunter, taking life, feeding off carrion instead. Its medicine brings cleansing and protection as it is able to process toxins that would be harmful to other creatures. The predator of the condor and also the guardian that has enabled it to crawl back from near extinction into wildness again is humanity. Through collective wisdom and cooperation between various disciplines and industries, human beings have been able to restore with wisdom what was nearly destroyed in ignorance. Condor is an affirmation of the power we have to undo damage and create extraordinary healing. But we have to listen, we have to actively respond, and we have to work together in conscious collaboration. Condor is the medicine of the shaman or the yakshak, the Andean healer or the one who knows. In the Andean shamanic worldview, Condor rules the superior spiritual world, the first plane of pure spiritual beings known as the Hanapacha. The son of Hanapacha is the shamanic Christ. In human form, this being is known as Yeshua or Jesus. In the language of spirit medicine, it is Condor. The Oracle of Kuntor Yachak brings a message straight from the universal Christ consciousness. Beating as the living sacred heart of Great Spirit, it is an offer of absolute protection that is strong enough to sustain your purity, integrity, and effectiveness as you navigate the challenges inherent in the earthly world of Puma, known as the Kaipacha, and much needed protection over the unconscious world of Snake, known as the Uka Pacha. Forgive me if I mispronounced that word, Spirit. This protection ensures that your passionate purpose is not distorted or derailed by unconscious forces. As you accept this blessing, you shall know only protection, empowerment, and grace as you manifest the spirit medicine of Condor, helping to bring hope, conscious and creative collaboration, dynamic sacred activism, and miraculous restoration to the human earth through her evolving human family. The healing process. Sit comfortably with one hand on your heart and say aloud, through unconditional love and in service to the universal sacred heart, I invoke the prophecy of the eagle and the condor, that the opposites shall fly together in harmony once more, and divine presence shall fill the earth and bless all of her children. The destiny of this world is to be love's paradise. Visualize, feel, intend, or imagine that there is a beautiful beam of light shining in your heart. This is Yeshua, the brother of love and divine essence, fully manifested as a human being. He knows and loves you. He has complete spiritual mastery across the three worlds of Condor, Puma, and Snake. At his right side, the eagle soars, and at his left side, the condor soars. They are in harmony, dancing in the skies. Beneath Yeshua's right foot is the Puma, and beneath his left foot is a snake, in perfect peace, order, and harmony. There is a profound sense of love and perfect cosmic order settling into all realms of existence and into all aspects of your own being. This spiritual master brings with him the invisible presence of Great Spirit to restore and realign all existence from the inside out. The truth and healing of this inner realignment brings a feeling of profound inner relief. When you are ready, place a hand on your heart and say the following aloud. Yeshua, Condor, Christ, loving friend of my soul, you cover me with your feathers. Under your wings I find refuge. Your divine perfection casts off fear and doubt, and through the invisible inner workings of Great Spirit, all is brought into correct order now. May all beings thrive within the grace of Great Spirit. May all divine destinies be fulfilled through my own free will, so be it. Relax. You have completed your healing process. All right. And then we have Kanyini, in each other we find ourselves. Like I said, Pile 3, y'all didn't come to play around. Y'all said we about that life. We about that life. Y'all came here with a mission. All right. Look at that. That is so beautiful. There is a spiritual purpose that only you can fulfill. As you move forward on your journey, you create space for others to move along behind you. And as the ones ahead of you move forward, so too does room open up for your expansion. Upon this earth, we are all building the sacred temple, each fulfilling our task as we assist and support each other in our collective divine mission. How can you help with your heart most actively engage? What can you offer which inspires and energizes you so much that others are uplifted in your presence? How can you receive from others joyfully, bringing them pleasure? Engage in giving and receiving deeply and with devotion. Your wisdom and openness to life generates healing for our earth. Healing is indicated, especially of wounds about connection and trust, safety and tribe, belonging and permission to be a unique individual. At a physical level, more vitality is indicated and ample energy for healing. At a spiritual level, a deepening awareness of unified consciousness is opening up within you, which will bring you into a deeper divine communication and increase your effectiveness as a healing presence and sacred activist in this world. You have a destiny to fulfill, and there will be much help from many different people to fulfill it. The universe wants you to succeed. Do not hesitate to ask and receive assistance for your fulfillment of your own mission helps others. The first peoples of Australia recognized sacred connectedness between the spiritual and the earthly, and the bond that exists between all beings. They refer to this as Kenyani. In South Africa, the concept of Ubuntu describes a universal bond connecting all of humanity. Ubuntu and Kenyani honor the understanding that the individual grows and develops, flourishes and expresses purpose and meaning in connection with the greater guiding purpose of the collective. To honor Kenyani, to honor Ubuntu, means to honor ourselves and each other as we seek out to fulfill our purpose for the greatest good. Our purpose is what brings our being to life. What we feel we must naturally do. There is loving and healing genius in the divine design and in the fulfillment of our authentic spiritual destiny. So are all beings assisted in the fulfillment of their destiny too. There are times when the spiritual path requires separation from a collective and the conscious it holds. We may feel an internal disconnection from society during such phases as we sift through this societal conditioning, casting aside that which does not strike us as truth and seeking alternative ways. As we distill our consciousness, we discover a new way to be. Then, when it is time, we naturally seek to live and share its eternal truth with others. We reach out to our tribe or discover new tribes, integrating into the societal field with our precious offering of rarefied awareness. We realize that conflict with societal values serve a purpose. It helps us clarify our own consciousness so we're growing stronger spiritually, psychologically, and emotionally. Our offering to our communities can then become a numinous, alchemical wisdom. A person in alignment with Kenyani becomes a conduit for the intelligence of life itself. Their personal journey has a transpersonal effect. They become sacred activists at a deep level of being. Through their presence, things happen. They become a natural catalyst for healing transformation. A human enriched with Ubuntu is open to others, encouraging of the good in other human beings. They are self-assured, knowing that they have an inviolable place and purpose in life. They understand that they can only gain from assisting others. So the spiritual progress of another person and the sacred empowerment that comes from it is inspirational rather than a source of jealousy or self-doubt. In the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, the principles of Kenyani and Ubuntu are found in the Bodhisattva vow, where great souls plunge themselves into sacred service for the spiritual liberation of all sentient beings. These teachings help us to evolve from competition to the realization that the moment another is oppressed, denied, or diminished, suffering is realized into the collective. The more sensitive we are spiritually, the more we recognize this, and the more motivated we become to serve the evolution of humanity for the benefit of all beings. Kenyani reminds us that we can't thrive as a human being in isolation. Our humanity happens in connection with each other through our relationship to the earth and Great Spirit. Spirit wants this for each one of us. We are provided the grace to heal wounds and open our hearts so that we can discover our belonging to each other and to the divine. And through this, an authentic and compelling sense of devotion to purpose that heals our world. The healing process. Find a place to sit or lie comfortably. Imagine, feel, or visualize that every being on earth is being blessed by divine love. Silently, with reverence and joy, see every being captured within a circle of golden light. It wraps itself lovingly around the earth. Plants, animals, human beings, trees, bugs, lost souls, and isolated humans. All beings are included in the divine encircling embrace. A feeling of peace, unity, and healing builds within this circular field. Rest here for as long as it feels good. When you are ready, gently arise from your meditation and say, "May all beings know peace, divine love, and merciful protection. May each one of us know true belonging and fulfill our sacred purpose with open hearts and willing minds." So be it. Place your hands in prayer and bow your head. you have finished your healing process. All right. And the last card from the angels and ancestors is the Sun card. All right. Enjoy, success, and happiness. And I think for many of you, this was extremely powerful reading. Okay. Whatever you have set your mind to, whatever purpose that you have been called to step into, understand that you're going to have success. You're going to have the happiness because you have decided to answer your call. My pile 3, you've been on this journey with me from the beginning, okay? And so maybe there are some things that we get stuck on our journey, okay? So I hope this pile will help you, okay, clear out whatever, provide some sort of understanding wherever you were stuck or needing nourishment, okay? I hope this was some sort of healing insight. I know it was just nothing but me reading, you all, but sometimes reading can be healing. Just hearing the words, okay, can be healing, all right? I know what my spiritual gift is, okay? And so I hope that by you listening, okay, and receiving the words that I'm saying, that you can find some sort of healing insight, okay, and how to move forward. I think I have taken up enough of y'all time, okay? So with that being said, thank you for joining me here tonight. Peace, love, and light, y'all.